All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Hello to you all. Welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here, part of this thing that we do called the Eric Zane Show podcast. Appreciate you, the back half of the Monday, May 19th show. Finished up the workplace get-together that they do. Nothing really eventful taking place. Occasionally they're awkward. I don't know why. Josh is here. He writes this. Excuse me. Easy. I used to be a huge fan of your pals, FBHW. I listened from 08 to 16. I stuck it out for a while after you left, but then I started a new job where listening during the day wasn't really possible. I just gradually fell out of the habit. Aside from the clips you've shared on the show, I haven't really listened in depth since then. But after hearing my first episode of Who Are These Free Beers, my biggest takeaway was, how can a show have that many people on the mic and still have absolutely nothing to say? You'd think with what feels like 13 voices, someone would bring something interesting to the table, but nope. It's honestly staggering to see what the show has become. And if Free Beer is seriously pocketing all the money, I'm amazed he hasn't replaced Hot Wings with ChatGPT by now. There's software that could easily mimic his voice at this point. Haha. Just wanted to say I'm proud to be a Patreon subscriber and really appreciate the work you're doing. Keep it up. Thanks, Branjo, or Josh. That is his name. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jeremy writes, the line, how can they have so many people on mic and still have nothing to say, is such a perfect way of saying it. Well, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do. Not everybody can do it. But here we are. Thank you for being here. There's a lot of small little stories that are bubbling under that I want to get into that are worth talking about. The first one is a video, so the audio crowd won't really be able to relate or figure out what the hell is going on here, so I'm going to have to describe it to you. Some of you may have seen this, and it's making the rounds, and people are like, dogs are so amazing. Look at this. Look what happened here. Well, a little Frenchie, like Bruce back there, I guess was suffering a seizure. And there was the dog's sibling, I guess, is a boxer in the house. And so I guess the Frenchie was incapacitated, or so it seemed. And the boxer was, well, everybody interpreted this as the boxer was saving the Frenchie's life. Now, I don't really know. Like, if the Frenchie's having a seizure, I think really the only thing that can happen in a seizure is that you just, that they'll eventually come out of it. You know, seizure starts, seizure ends. And the Frenchie just seems kind of out of it and is laying down. And I don't know why everybody said that the boxer saved its life. It looked to me like the boxer thought that the Frenchie was playing here. And the dog is fine. But look at it. It says, Yogi, a French bulldog, had a seizure at home with no humans around. Reggie, a boxer, stepped in for the rescue. Stand by. So-and-so said Yogi suffers from severe epilepsy. But as soon as Reggie saw him start to seize, he jumped in to help. And owner said he was able to keep Yogi alive for 3 hours straight despite having only been present for Yogi's epilepsy attacks once before. If it wasn't for Yogi, Yogi would not be alive today. And Vanessa here writes, forgive me, but I'm still trying to figure out how he was helping. What did he help to do? And that's what I thought. Like when this clip was sent to me, everybody was like, yeah, oh my God, he's saving the thing. Okay, at this point, it doesn't look like the Frenchie's having a seizure. It looks like the boxer is standing above it. And then here's the Frenchie just sitting there. And then now it looks like the Frenchie's falling asleep. Yeah, this is like a normal day at my house. Okay, so boxer is now playing with the Frenchie. Well, I take it back. The boxer is saving the Frenchie's life. Look at that. Frenchie would be dead if it wasn't for that boxer dragging him around the floor. I don't know about this one. Let's see. After the one lady said, forgive me, but how is he helping? This lady says, nothing. I'm a vet tech and can tell you from years of experience that if the boxer hadn't been there, the seizure would have played out the same way, minus the poor Frenchie dog being rolled around by his housemates. Seizures in dogs play out the same way as in humans, and most of the time there is no need for any intervention during or after, and there is no way to interpret the boxer's behavior to know what his understanding of the situation was. He certainly did nothing to keep the Frenchie alive. Idiopathic seizures are rarely fatal. I thought so. When I saw that, and I'm not a vet tech like she is, I went, okay, there's nothing there. The dog doesn't know. The dog thinks that the Frenchie is fucking around. Stand by. Having a hell of a time today. Pardon me. This person says, I think with the big dog moving the small dog around, he was trying to keep him awake. I'm not really an expert on things like that, so that's my guess. He didn't do any fucking thing. This thing made the rounds as, oh my God, this is incredible. This dog saved the other one's life. The other one is like, fucking leave me alone. Let me have my seizure, you asshole. This person wrote, typical garbage clickbait news post. Put something that gets an emotional reaction, do no fact checking or verification, and leave people guessing and arguing in the comments. That's what keeps the lights on for most media companies these days. 100% right. I do the same thing. I encourage this behavior. This person wrote, yeah, sorry, but I was wondering the same thing. How do they know he was really helping versus playing, or just know he was weak? I've seen dogs try to kill another from being weak and knowing they were sick. Well, I hope I didn't see that. This one says, why can't you just take it for what it is? Well, it's not. Dogs do love and care. He may or may not have done anything to change the outcome. Well, that's what they said he did, so shut up. He tried, though, which is more than what most people will do anymore. That's not true. Shut up. People are stupid. I don't even think the dog was having a seizure. That's a typical Frenchie behavior. Just lay there. Bob says, people are smooth-brained idiots and believe everything they see on the internet. David says it's a typical post for likes, which, by the way, somebody sent that to me. I forgot who sent it to me. It was one of you all. And I think they believe that it was like the dog would have been dead otherwise. Oh, it's sweet Ashley. She's amazing. I love her. But she did write, dogs are amazing. And I wrote, they truly are. Thanks for sending. But that was before I knew what this was. And all I could do is I could just see the picture where it said, this French bulldog had an epileptic seizure. His canine brother saved his life. So I was like, oh, okay, great. And then I watched and went, wait a minute. You don't die from seizure. Well, I guess you could have a heart attack, but Branjo sent me bulldog on obstacle course. I did see that one before. It's an older clip. It's legendary of bulldog kicking ass on the what do you call it? On the obstacle course. Bulldogs can be pretty nimble and fast. I know Darla is for a period of time, and that at least till they get tuckered out. She yesterday I was working in the backyard. Pooh Bear had a she said, I want you to do this chore for me because the pool cover's coming off. And we're getting ready to have a summer full. It's going to be a hot gilf summer in the backyard. I need you to do this, that, and all these chores. I go, all right, sounds good. And I'm back there with Darla, and I opened up the gate, and the next thing I know, she takes off. And she looked like that dog on the obstacle course. And, okay, she made a absolute break for it. And so I go running after her, and, like, I'm trying to anticipate where she's going to be, and then I try to, head her off at the pass, but she always gets past the pass. And so I'm like, fuck. I'm running, and I go through the Bendecki's yard, and then I go in front of Tim and Mary's house. Tim's in the garage working on a project, and then Darla goes right by Tim. He's like, what the fuck? And then I go running by Tim. I go, hey, Tim, dog's out. And by the time I got to where she was gone. So at this point, she's not in sight. She's that fucking fast. So I don't know where she went, if she went straight to the neighbor's house or she went right behind the other neighbor's house or what. But at this point, I don't know where to look. She's not in sight. So I call Pooh Bear. I go, all right, help me. And she gets in the car and starts driving around the neighborhood. And then the neighbors notice that I'm running around like a maniac and gets in their car. And now I've got different neighbors driving around the neighborhood because they see me doing this. This happens once in a while. But if it happens with Darla, it's especially bad. It's a total. Bruce used to do this. He's older now, but she's only just over 2 years old. So everything's a fucking game. And then finally we get her cornered in the neighbor's cul-de-sac. It's EZ, Pooh Bear, and Madison. And finally, we were able to corral this fucking dog. My God, pain in the ass. Yesterday, there was an adventure, too, that I was on the side of the house, and then as I looked down, it dawned on me, holy fuck, I think I'm standing in poison ivy. Very mature poison ivy. Like a lot of poison ivy. And so I get out my phone, I take a picture of the poison ivy, and then if you click on the info on the picture, it'll tell you what it is. And it says poison ivy. It identified it as poison ivy. I'm like, fuck. So I walk, and now I saw a video some time ago of a guy who, if you come in contact with poison ivy, there is a way to beat it. It's just a matter of how well you wash. Because with the stuff that's on that makes you itch, it's called Urashol. It's the equivalent of if you get axle grease on your skin, actually getting that off of your skin is not easy to do. You really got to wash it. So I'm doing that, and then I take off my clothes, and then I get in the shower, scrub my body, scrub the boots with Lysol wipes, and it was as thorough as could be. If I have somehow come down with the after effects with all the itching in a couple days' time, seriously, I went to fucking town washing my body. And I'm just hoping that it isn't bad, because I've had that before, and that is an absolute bitch. Which, by the way, you know how you get it and they say, oh, don't itch it, it's going to spread. Myth. If it touches you and you don't watch it, you got it. Odds are it's just the different spots where it touched you popping up. It's not like it's spreading. It doesn't work that way. You know what else I found? That shit is tough to kill. Stand by. And the last thing you want to do, You think you're smart and you like clip it and you carefully throw it in the fire to burn it? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the smoke that is coming off of the burnt leaves still has the urushiol in it. And you're going to get it in your lungs. And that's a problem. Also, it can be on your clothes and stay there for quite some time. So you got to wash them immediately in the hottest water possible in the clothes washer. Chris says, I used to be so allergic to poison ivy I could walk by it and get it. Now I haven't had it in years. I think I've become less sensitive to it. So that was a bitch. Son of a gun. Stand by. Yeah, I had like a sneezing attack just before the show started. I'm still experiencing the after effects of that. All right. Excuse me. Married dream teacher forced 11-year-old to touch her, send nude pictures. That is what the headline reads. Hang on a second. I got a phone call I got to take. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. One way or another, we're going to get this show done. So that was the boss from the iHeart radio station. And I picked it up with the possibility that I was getting fired again. And so I could have just let that go to voicemail. But I thought it might be cool if I picked it up and they like fired me. And then I came back and said, hey, guess what? I just got fired from the radio station. You know, like a real-time firing, so you could see, you know, how that process is. But no such luck. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get fired from the radio station. I like doing my oldies rock radio, my oldies radio show every day. But the tantalizing idea of a on-podcast firing would have been something. But not the case. It was just a, hey, EZ, got a question about your time card. So much to do about nothing. Well, anyway, where was I? Stand by. Believe it or not, I'm still dealing with the long-term effects of this cold, whatever it was that had been bothering me. So this teacher, married, and it says dream teacher, meaning I guess she was a really good teacher, forced an 11-year-old boy to touch her. A married Russian elementary school teacher, and I guess this happened in Russia. Yeah. She ended up getting sentenced to 9 years after being convicted of committing violent acts of sexual nature against the 11-year-old boy. Her name is Anna Plaksuk. I think it's Plaksuk. Plaksyuk. Plaksuk. Plaksuk? She might be a little too skinny, but she's she's definitely too skinny. I was gonna say set her free, but she looks like a dolled up version of that character that climbed out of the well in The Ring. This sicko is touching 11-year-old boys. Forced the kid to touch her boobies, making him kiss her on the lips, and touching his private area when she kept him after class. God damn, this is sick. And she was 25 at the time of the incident. Was convicted for this. I wonder how it goes with the marriage. In Russia, the charges line up differently. First of all, it says that the victim's mom reportedly found explicit messages and photos shared between her son and the teacher through WhatsApp. That seems to be like the way it is. If you're doing something terrible, you take it to WhatsApp. Like if you have kids, if you're listening to this show right now or watching the show or whatever, and your kid is utilizing WhatsApp, you might want to have a look. Boy, when my kids were growing up, it was bad enough. But I think it's even easier now. It's way easier for adults to groom kids. I've talked about this before. It seems like the second you give a kid a smartphone, like it gets into their hands, within seconds, there's people from faraway places trying to get in your kid's pants. And it would be exhausting for any parent to have to constantly be monitoring the phone. I think that as a parent in 2025, these are your choices. Either one, don't give them a phone ever and they hate you. Or two, you give them a phone and they get molested. Those are your choices. And 99 out of 100 parents choose molestation over their children hating them. Okay? It's just the way it is. If your child has a smartphone, that's what's happened to them. Either that or they hate you if you don't give them a smartphone. I would hate to be with a young child now and have to deal with that. I mean, that's some serious shit. I mean, my kids, they just had like flip phones when they're growing up. And I think that when they would send nudes, they would look pretty fucked up. You know, you don't want to be a kid receiving nudes from like a flip phone. It's just the resolution is terrible. It doesn't even look real. The husband of this chick never publicly commented on his wife's conviction, and it's unclear whether they are still together. You know, I'd have to say this. If something terrible happened and Pooh Bear was sent to prison for doing something like this, EZ, would you stay with Pooh Bear? And, you know, I think I would. You know, they say in good times and in bad. In sickness and in health. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn. It seems like every time I do this podcast, this dude gets out the goddamn zero-turn radius lawnmower with a 500 cubic inch motor on it and starts mowing the lawn. You know, I definitely would. You know, I'd be like, okay, and as long as she didn't do it again, you know. But even if she did, I'd probably still stay with her. You know, that definitely qualifies between good times and bad. That would definitely be a bad time. And, I mean, it said in good times and in bad. So I think I'm going to stay with her. Some of you might think that's crazy. Tophus says phones equals molestation. That checks out. Tophus says that's pretty much what the Catholic Church is all about. So that means you'll go to heaven. All right. Are pedophilia and necrophilia included in the vows? Now, I don't remember that. I don't recall any of that in the vows. Honestly, it would be such a pain in the ass at this stage of the game to get divorced. You know, I'd rather be the guy that actually stays with the pedophile wife than actually be the one to have to go through all that divorce bullshit. Listen to that lawnmower. What an asshole. And he mows it like 3 days, every 3 days. Cole says it's cheaper to keep the wife. Exactly. I love this guy. I just started following him on TikTok. The spot is called My Brother Max. And the brother, Max, has autism. And as I understand this, Max has been, well, he's really, really good at dates.
Hey, Max.
Oops. Hang on. I'm already fucking this up. Okay, you go up to Max and you give him a date.
March 14th, 2028.
Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
In the calculation.
Calculation where?
In the brain and the head. Too easy.
How do you feel?
Okay, that's Max.
I turned you into a pig.
All right, that's not the one I want to see.
Today is Max's at the casino. Taking millions
Okay,
of
they take him to the casino. Now we're talking.
dollars.
Okay, now he's not counting cards. I want to see the guy counting cards. This is, he is a full-on savant, Max. Brancho says there's an autistic guy who goes to my recovery program who can do this. It's wild. The date thing. I know of a kid who can do that too. It's because Diana works with a lot of young people who have autism at the school, and the kid can do that. I witnessed it. She ran into him at Meyer and did the same exact thing, and the kid nailed it. And so, like this guy Max, what the brother said he did was, for a period of time, he would just look at months on a calendar and then, according to him, it just sticks in the brain, which is something that you or I can't really fathom. I can't even remember anybody's name. And so there you have it. It's, who knows, man? I always get really, really amazed when I see stuff like this. I'm like, God, that is very superpower-like. That is mysterious and flat out unbelievable, frankly. It makes me think there has been, I read somewhere that we might be witnessing like a some type of evolutionary step up to the human brain that like 1,000 years from now, our capacity to calculate and think and remember might be exponentially better, minus the portions like shitting in your hand and eating it. And we're seeing bits and pieces of that with people like Max there. God, that's fucking cool. Branjo says on his recovery program, he goes to my recovery program. What does that mean? Anyway, Max is cool. I like Max. Slidell, Louisiana. Police were left speechless after they got a phone call at the Lowe's in Slidell that there appeared to be somebody inside one of the sheds that were on display. One of these things. And when police got there, the guy was laying on his back with his pants around his ankles. And he had his joint in his hand, and he had a container of Vaseline. And he was beating his meat in the display tool shed. He had his tool in his hand in the tool shed. So the worker is like, oh, my God, there's a dude in there. Calls the cops, and then they got to deal with that. God, what a weird thing. The first cop opened multiple shed doors with little success, and then he writes, he says, "I made a discovery that will forever be etched into my mind." He observed a man supine on his back, pants down, masturbating. Next to the man was the Vaseline and an electronic device. I don't know. The release described the responding officer as speechless at first, but he managed to regain his composure and told the man to put his pants on and roll over so he could be handcuffed. The man complied without incident per the release and admitted to the officer that he was indeed pleasuring himself while watching YouTube. The unnamed man was arrested and charged with obscenity. Obscenity? Shouldn't it be indecency? Why does it say obscenity? I think it would have to be indecency. Tyler sent that to me, and he wants me to call the store. Slidell, Louisiana. I hope we get somebody that sounds like that football player, that Xavier Legette. You know, there's no way somebody's going to pick this up.
Your call cannot be completed at this time.
Oh, fucking A. By the way, bad news. Our pal Stu McAllister had some problems over the weekend. Oh, that's great.
Notice plus your rights and options are at Lowe's.com/privacy. Para español, marque 9.
Man Bun Chris says, sorry, I had a call jumping back in.
Now, what can I do for you today?
Customer service.
Sure. To know where to send you, what do you need help with?
Service desk.
For the fastest service, please tell me why you're calling. You can say things like order status, curbside pickup, installations, deliveries, product availability, repairs,
Live
or
agent.
just describe what you... Let me get an associate to help you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're working to answer your call as quickly as possible. Please stay on the line for the next available associate. Did you know that you can check your order status and view your order history online? Log into your account at Lowe's.com today.
Tyler writes, these always make me uncomfortable, but there's always potential for hilarity. Of course, I will call as free beer. It's tough to get employees these days. Nobody works anymore. It's just all, automated checkout. I kind of prefer that. Anyway, Stu McAllister, his page got permanently banned from Facebook. So that was Stu's big connection to his fans. And I always got the impression that he was kind of riding the edge. Our pal Stu. I might have to call him too, see what's going on. This is not great. All right. Can't wait. Hey Siri. Call Stu McAllister on speaker.
Calling Stu McAllister, mobile on speaker.
Hey. Yo. Hey, Stu, you there? Hey, you there, cock? It's like he picked it up and doesn't know he picked it up. What the fuck is going on here?
There you go.
Hey.
What's happening?
I was just discussing with the audience the Facebook trouble.
Yeah.
So when they let you know this weekend that you got in trouble for your cocaine joke, right?
Cocaine. Yeah. And they deleted the fan page. It's permanently gone.
Now you've been in trouble before. That had something to do with this, right? You're like a repeat offender.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely a repeat offender. All for jokes, man. All for jokes.
Yeah, and they don't. No human has probably ever reviewed your page. It's just a robot.
Right. They're looking at a specific word, and I keep forgetting that Facebook has problems with cocaine.
Exactly. It had nothing to do with you attacking that lady making the left-hand turn and calling her a slut and her mom.
No, Facebook's totally fine with me calling people sluts and whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can have spoken word on there saying the N-word and they don't care.
Yeah, Facebook's atrocious.
So, all right, what's next for Stu McAllister now that Facebook is dead?
I don't know, man. What it is what it is. I don't even know anymore.
If you make a new page, just make a new page. You know,
cocaine.
Totally different contact on it, so that you can get. I don't know if that's even possible. I think they've got some type of technology that somehow that they might be able to figure out it's you. I would hope not, but they might have that in place. You might be fucked forever.
Yeah, it's fine. I've given up, man. So it is what it is.
Do you still do the podcast?
Oh yeah. Yep. Podcast is still trucking along.
How often do you podcast?
I'm like you, baby. I do it daily.
Daily. God damn it. And you have your Patreon.
Yeah, yep. The Patreon as well too. So,
All right. Stu, I saw the video of the pooch running around too.
Yeah.
What is the dog's name again?
Her name is Josie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another dog that will be entering the picture with Stu McAllister?
Well, Josie is the new one.
Well, I know that.
Josie
I know, but
Saturday.
I know that one went to the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, that was Sadie. So I have two dogs currently. I got Lily, who I call Squigs.
Oh.
And now I got Josie. So I do have the two dogs.
Oh, I didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah.
Are they both
good,
like?
man.
Are they both like younger dogs?
Josie's 10.
Oh, that dog's dead too.
Yeah, it's all unfortunate. The gentleman who owned her, his health is in decline, and he's no longer able to kind of care for her.
God.
And so that's, it was a friend of mine, his dad, and he was like, "Can someone take this dog?" And I was like, all right, I'll take the dog.
Fuck.
So
Horrible. Holy shit. Everybody's going to die, Stu. Everybody's going to fucking die.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Seriously. Biden's dead. Did you see that?
All his prostate problems?
Yeah, and then it's in his bones now,
Oh, my. Yeah, that's instant death.
Yeah, he's so dead. You might as well just kill him now.
Yeah, kill him now. And now I'm banned on Facebook.
What else was I going to talk? Oh, my God. Speaking of dead, when are you going to shoot up the workplace?
I need to keep it for now, man.
Okay.
I had applied for a job last week, and I was informed by email today. I love it. That I didn't get the job. So
good.
Right now, I need to keep this job. So no one's shooting it up yet.
I know that there was a period of time a couple years ago when you had a new job like every other day. It was incredible.
Yeah, and a new shit job every other couple weeks, and now I can't even get a shit job. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disheartening, Zane. It's disheartening.
Did you see the story about the guy in Louisiana who he walked up to Lowe's And instead of going into the store, you know those sheds they have out front?
Yeah.
So he went into one of those, and one of the employees sees him go in, and he's got a jar of Vaseline in his hand. Not lying.
Not real.
Not
this
lying.
Is not real. Oh,
and so the guy goes up to the thing, and he can hear him, and he knows something's going on. So they called the cops, and the cops showed up, and a guy was laying on his back with his pants off, beating his meat, looking at porno. That's exactly what he was doing. Who uses Vaseline, man?
I don't know, man. That's not my thing.
That's
choice,
old
but
school.
whatever.
No, you got to go full on lotion.
Why are you doing it at Lowe's?
Right. Why? And I guess he was, I guess he just had to, God, fucking control yourself, you fucking idiot. At least, if you're going to do it, you don't need to do it in a shed. It'd be better off doing it like in your car.
Did he, he went to somewhere, he went to Walgreens and bought a jar of Vaseline, and then he went to Lowe's to whack off? He couldn't wait to get home?
There's a lot going on there. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't go for the Vaseline. You can just go raw. It's just as good.
Sure, yeah. It's better that way.
Stu McAllister, I appreciate you. Are you delivering Dippin' Dots today?
No, I'm doing warehouse work today. He caught me on a bad day, so I'm sitting here at the warehouse.
All right. Tell everybody to fuck off.
I will.
All
right.
right.
All right, man.
See ya.
See ya. Yeah.
Stu McAllister. Tyler had a horrible joke. He wrote, he saw all the wood and thought of his own wood. You cannot be happy with that. Tyler then also said prior to that, when Stu gets a new job, he'll go into his old job with a gun and say, consider this to be my 2-week notice. Wouldn't surprise me. All right. Boy, so the phone call to the Lowe's went nowhere. I feel bad about that. All right. This is the latest not AI adventure. Actually, I'm going to save this. I'll get to it in a second. I think it was Scott P. who sent this to me. You're going to love this. Before I continue, Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. If you need pool supplies, 616-457-0500 along Chicago Drive, Jennison, Michigan. On the south side, that would be the eastbound side of Chicago Drive, right by 12th Avenue. Blue storefront, Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. If you need any pool supplies, if you're thinking about getting an in-ground pool, they can do one for you on a budget or one more extravagant. A liner, vinyl liner, or a fiberglass in-ground pool can be yours. Reach out to Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. You need any chemicals? They have all the stuff for you. They can test your water for free. They can do pool openings. They can service the filter. They can service the pool heater. They service your hot tubs. They do it all at Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. 616-457-0500. Thank you to Dumpaholics. They hooked me up with a dumpster a couple of weeks ago, and you can get a dumpster from them. 616-375-9962. Dumpaholics.co.com. The realtor of choice is Adam Kasari, 616-914-4061. Driver of the 9K limited late model car at Berlin Raceway. Hopefully he's on the mend enough where he can race this coming weekend. Races got canceled last week at Berlin, unfortunately. Adam wasn't able to race anyway, though. He's still getting over the effects of a bad lick he took right at the start of the race a few weeks ago. He was concussed. So maybe let the concussion symptoms wear off before you call him to sell your home or help you in buying one. 616-914-4061. Speaking of Berlin, racing this weekend at Berlin, BerlinRaceway.com for tickets, $14 when you buy them in advance. You can buy them in advance up until midnight race day. So race day is Saturday. You have till the end of Friday to buy those tickets in advance. After that, you're stuck with the higher price. So make sure you buy them pre-sale in advance. BerlinRaceway.com for tickets. $14 a pop, parking free. 15 and under kids free. Concessions, you can bring in your cooler 12 by 18 or smaller. Stuff it with it, whatever you want to eat. No glass, no alcohol. Last but not least, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. ERVines.com. That's ERVines.com. Great place to get your vehicle, your EV, your hybrid, your regular plain old-fashioned combustion motor repaired at Irvine. 616-532-6600, ERVines.com. That's ERVines.com. There was a game, I guess, between whoever Caitlin Clark plays for and whoever Angel Reese plays for. I don't know anything about the WNBA. But all I had heard, I saw notifications that Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese hard. And that's it. Now, these two kind of hate each other, I guess. So that's why I love this not AI clip of Caitlin Clark talking about Angel Reese. Thank you, Scott.
Bitch, take the foul and shut the fuck up. I went. Bitch, take the foul and shut the fuck up. I went for the ball and your ugly gangly ass got in the way. So I sent you to the floor. Oh. It's basketball.
By the way, sure, that is a total flop. She just fell. That was embarrassing.
100 or so times you ran your mouth about me in the media may have played a factor in me putting a little extra mustard on it. But get your dick-sized clit out of here.
Get your dick-sized clit out of here?
With calling me crazy as fuck for that foul. That wasn't even a tech, you self-victimizing little twat. We blew them out by 35. And you know why? Because baby girl got herself a triple-double. The fuck Angel get? Anyone have those stats offhand? No, because no one comes to see Angel play. They come to see her play me. Enjoy my shadow, you little bitch. It's where you're going to spend your entire career. What a little bitch.
Okay. If you didn't know that AI existed, you'd think she really said that. That's how great it's getting. It's getting better over time. Even just a handful of months ago, it was more wonkified, like the mouth would move a little bit too much for the words. Jeremy says, "Who is hotter, Angel Reese or Sid the Sloth?" Yeah, I don't find any of those women attractive at all. I would say that in that press conference right there of Caitlin Clark, that's the best she's looked. She. Not the prettiest flower. Nick says that that one might be the best one yet. I agree. That was outstanding. I always, when I post those, I forget the people who look at my page, you know. Sometimes I forget to put not safe for work. People I know are looking at my shit. Oh, God. I don't like to have those conversations with people about what goes on this show, like people that are that I'm friends with, that I hang out with. We've got these really religious friends that we hang out with, and I'm like, oh, man, what? They must be thinking that I'm a goddamn idiot. All right. But I think Angel Reese is hotter than Sid the Sloth. I don't think Angel Reese is ugly. What are you talking about? She's cute. All right. It is time for the idiot of the day. And I'm not really sure what to do. All I can picture is myself talking to that guy at the soccer game, thinking that he was Colton or Coltron, and it wasn't him. Let's see. I don't have a. Okay, I got one guy. Lowe's jack-off guy. That will be your idiot of the day for this May 19th edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Thank you so much for your patience, especially on the second half of this show today because of whatever it was, technical stuff or stupid interruptions and nonsense like that. But I owe it all to you. Thank you so much. If you'd consider signing up to the Patreon for free, you would make my day. You have no idea how happy it makes me when I see that someone has signed up for a 7-day trial to Patreon. Okay? Just do it. Sign it up for 7 days and then enjoy the content and then decide whether or not you want to keep it going. Sign up at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you so much. It really, really helps move the meter for us here at the house with the support that I get, not only here, but on the Patreon. So thanks again, folks. I will talk to you over there on Patreon. Till next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.